heart attack, fast fatal heart impact, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and packs. I back up my actions, fact don't ask, grab reactions, jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose, pick a new silver excuse. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet out. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kira's show here, and whenever we last left off, we had a bit of a detour. Upon the arrival to Hell, Midoriya began to explain it. What's going on here is simple. They get in, find a way to close the portal, and get out. That's it. However, that just was part of the problem. Upon arrival, Bakugo got distracted. He found Kirishima and Ochako. Now, in this timeline, upon the very first night Hell was unleashed on the Earth, back whenever there was still law, there was still a world to attempt to save. Bakugo, yeah. After running away from the battle and trying to at least meet up with a lot of people, there wasn't really a lot to say. Pro heroes tried fighting back, unaware as to what these threats were. Heroes all over were picked up, attacked, swarmed, and killed. Along with that, Bakugo, he did have a bit of a problem. He was followed whenever he was running. Bakugo just tried to make it back home. Make it back to a place safe so he can protect his parents. Unaware that he was followed. And that was whenever Kirishima, he took the opportunity. And he killed Mitsuki directly in front of Bakugo, and left his dad got wounded. He could have finished the job, but he thought he did. He was just going to leave Bakugo's father there to die. With all the chaos going on, he won't live long anyways. However, his father was able to make it a good 3 years before dying. Now, with that being said, let us go back to the current day. However, our current day right now is 3 months later. Now, everyone is talking, and they're still not too sure as to why Bakugo did what he did. He brought her here. A lot of people know her for one specific reason. She is a demon. She's a traitor to humanity. And even if they could accept her, they won't. They're going to get the information they can out of her, then send her into the wasteland. That's it. That was the one reason why she was allowed to stay. However, Ochako, she didn't wake up. Where she should have woken up the next day, or a few hours later, she stayed asleep. Now, with that being said, this went on for roughly a week, before doctors began to try and diagnose her, and understand what this is. This cannot be correct. This cannot be right. She seems to be catatonic, or at least in a coma-like state. Now, with that being said, let us cut over to Midoriya. Right now, Midoriya himself, ever since he's been able to get back on his feet and get stronger and stronger, along with his new diet, there's a bit of a problem. Midoriya, right now, along with Kirishima's mixed half-human, half-demon soul, a 2 for the price of 1, he's also only eaten roughly let's say at least 10 souls, demon souls, and they've gone through his system. Midoriya has felt himself get stronger. However, he also does feel different. Sometimes, whenever he's just walking around or doing anything, he notices that his strength will either shoot through the roof, or his wings will pop out of his back for no reason. Now, along with that, there was a few other things. However, he himself is trying to understand it. Apparently, his body is transforming, and we're beginning to absorb whatever he's eating from the demons. Now, with that being said, Midoriya is currently on the battlefield, and using the holy blade of his guardian angel, he's currently just slicing through and butchering his way through demons. And you could say he's ripping and tearing them apart. Now, along with that, you do have Mei Hatsume. She did not join Midoriya. Midoriya wants to fight and train, and a holy war might be the best way to do it. He can train, help in the fight, and eat the demon souls that he kills. So, it seems to be a win-win situation. However, there is right now. Right now it's just him, Ibara, Momo, and Todoroki. Along with that, they also do have someone else here. They themselves want to study Midoriya's theories. They want to see exactly what they can do with demonic essence. If Midoriya did state that you can possibly weaponize it, David's shield is not going to say no. If they can turn it into a form of energy that their soldiers can rely on with their suits, not only will it prevent casualties, it might be more effective. Now, he himself, along with his daughter Melissa, have been pioneering research in revolutionary technologies. As you do have their mobile base, a ginormous titan of metal that is bum rushing anything, holy turrets in any direction, blasting weaponry all around them, while they are simply just doing their research. Now, they are basically destroying and tearing through demons, and whenever Midoriya is able to pull souls out of the demons, or at least collect what he killed, he actually does somewhat give some to them. Now, they are aware of exactly how dangerous field testing some things might actually be. However, Melissa, she firmly believes that this can save people and help them. And David, he himself has somewhat begun to take an interest in this type of work. It's not every day that you can go out in a highly mechanized suit and fight against the demons of hell. No repercussions because they're not people, and this is an actual war. Now, with that being said, you also do have Midoriya. While he's ripping and tearing his way through demons with a sword, you also do have Ibara, who, she herself is using weapons. Her hair is coated in specialized metal. After holy blessings and a lot of magic, she was able to basically turn her hair into this holy type of metal. It's lined with and actually somewhat coated to her quirk. Now, she's able to simply just bring her hands up, and at the base of her hair, she can actually just begin to break it off. As soon as she does break it off, she can use these holy whips, being able to throw them all around her and just lash away at and lash at demons. If any get close to her, she can just throw up walls of metal and go offensively through that way. Now, you also do have Momo. She herself, she's having a blast. After she was able to study and somewhat design her own, well, quirk around the stuff, she was able to actually create holy weaponry. At least something like it. The tip of her bullets, they're holy weaponry. The rest of the bullets, they're simple. They're either brass or titanium, or something that can pack a boom. As right now, she is currently just firing off 2 guns in every direction, firing upon demon upon demon upon demon. Whenever she's out, she quickly ejects the magazines and throws them down into her legs. As she reloads, she just goes back to firing. Anytime a demon does rush her, she actually just spin around and pull out her knife, being able to directly stab into one before going back to what she's doing. And she is currently being bum rushed by demons. 5 of them are making their way for her. And she's getting ready. As soon as she does fire off 2 shots, the demons, they're able to just run through them. She hit one in the wing and it slowed down. And she was actually ready. Now, she pulled out her knife and threw it throughout the air, being able to stab another demon in the shoulder as it goes to fly directly into the ground. And she does actually get ready, throwing up both of her hands and showing that she's going to fight. And the demons, they're a bit too cocky, thinking that they have her. And as soon as she does throw open her fist, the demons are shocked at what they see. There are spears flying directly at them. And Momo, she herself makes a few kebabs. She's able to pierce through the demons' bodies with these spears, kebab 2 of them on each one, and actually get the demon behind them in its wings. Before she just begins by grabbing them with her hands and forcing the things together. As soon as she does, she actually does just drop them and go back to what she's doing, spinning around and creating a sword directly in her palm as she just directly smashes her hand into a demon's face. The sword being created, zipping through their entire skull, before Momo just grabs the base of it and pulls it out. Now, let us, well, I believe that should be everyone. Alright, I got a bit too action-packed there. Now, with that being said, they are fighting, and some of the demons are actually beginning to try and retreat, while allowing the humans to somewhat take over the line. Now, you do have a demon general, or at least one of the higher classes of demons, yelling at the other ones to simply stay up front. They can't lose to the humans, and the angels. You don't understand. We're being slaughtered out there. Of course you are. This is a war. Don't any of you idiots understand? Are you crazy? Haven't you heard? The humans have 3 humans. Monsters on the battlefield. I don't care who they are. But it's the Doomslayer, the Ghost Rider, and even the worst one of them all, the Punisher. He's eating us. Literally. Whatever he is, he's not human, nor angel, nor one of us. That's just a rumor, a myth. No way an angel would allow a human to do that. Now, with that being said, the humans and the angels, they are charging over the hill. As soon as they do that, you do have the demon who currently was talking, looking at the situation, looking to see that there is Midoriya, standing there. His wings, battered and at least, well, torn looking, as he just throws up his sword. And there's the emblem he has spray painted on his chest. his skull. Midoriya just yelling to battle and to kill anyone that tries to get past them all, as he himself begins to leap forwards. Now, with that being said, the humans, they do make a lot of good progress today, along with the angels. Eventually this being where, after almost a full 18 hours of battle, they do need to retreat. They're running low on stamina, and they are all heavily exhausted. And whenever they do actually get back to the main gates, everyone does walk in. They might as well have just gone out for a night of drinking. They're all stumbling around and basically holding on to each other. Along with that, they're all basically just singing. Now, with that being said, May actually does come out to check and see if everyone is alright. Watching as you have Midoriya, who him and Ibarra are actually somewhat talking. Midoriya pointing out that she actually did very good out there. She did this tactic along with this tactic. However, if he was in her shoes, he would have done something more like along the lines of this and this. Midoriya stating a few brutal tactics, and Ibarra stating that she would have done that, but she would have been left open to these things and these things. Basically pointing out flaws in Midoriya's own tactic. And he himself just tells her that that would not have worked. Now, after May does somewhat interrupt, she feels a bit jealous, as she basically goes on asking Midoriya if he's alright. Huh? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. How have things been here? Well, it's been somewhat good. However, what about David and Melissa? Are they alright? Oh yeah, they're perfectly fine. That thing is literally a Goliath. Besides, we protected them. Hopefully, though, David has enough research data. May asking Midoriya how he's feeling. Huh? Oh, yeah, I'm good. Great, actually. I could have gone another couple days, but I didn't want to leave you guys out of it. Leave us out of it? It's not like it's some form of training. Hmm? Oh, yeah, no, that's not what I meant. It's just being out there and fighting again. Especially now that I think I'm better than before. I feel a lot stronger. I think it's just that. Hmm, Never mind. Don't worry about it, May. So, how's your own research been going on? Hmm. Well, it could be better. Right now, I'm somewhat at a roadblock. Now, with that being said, May begins to explain if there's any way that they can even at least figure out some of the demon technology they might have found, then they could do something. However, even then, research and development, along with actually engineering, they're all clocking in massive amounts of overtime for this project. So hopefully, it actually does somewhat work. Are you serious? Of course it's gonna work. Besides, if it doesn't, then hey, we still got plan B through Z. Yeah, but don't all those plans usually end up with someone dying? I mean, yeah, I think so. But that's just where we have to prevent it from happening. Not everything has to go according to plan. Hmm. You're right, but still. I feel a lot comfortable knowing that there's at least a blueprint I could read. Well, I mean, hey, May, it's not always about a blueprint. Don't you remember? A lot of the stuff that's, well, invented today. You didn't need a blueprint for those, did you? You don't understand, Midoriya. That's not it. A lot of the stuff that's here today is based off of your technology. Our technology, May. Come on. Don't be like that. Be like what? You basically think that you can just be a brave idiot sometimes. You don't understand. You leave for 5 years, come back, and what's the first thing you do? Hey, I'm alive. I'm back. Let me go back to hell and start eating demon souls. Let me start turning myself into something more. What is that more, Midoriya? Can you even tell me? Now, May actually does somewhat state that, pushing her finger onto his chest, saying that, along with this, you're the Punisher, yeah, and that symbol, it's good. But, he's wearing it as if he's just. You know what? I'm done. I'm not talking about this anymore. May, listen, alright? What is this about? You don't understand. For the last. Hmm, I'm used to having someone to talk to about this. For the last couple years, it's not been easy for anyone. Me, our friends, and humanity. We might be all that's left. We might be it. So, I hope you understand exactly how much is riding on our plans. If our plans don't work, what do we have to show for it? Extinction. That's it. So, for right now, just leave me alone. I just need to think. Now, May basically shuts Midoriya out. And Midoriya, he actually does walk away. As soon as he does get out of the room, he actually begins to walk down the hall. And somewhat have a bit of an episode. Midoriya's eyes begin to flicker. And this is whenever he actually does begin to see red for a second, before dropping onto his knees and trying to gain control of himself. This is going on again. Midoriya is breathing heavily and trying to make sure that he can control it. Stay focused. Stay in control. Now, Midoriya actually does somewhat feel it. Feeling a transformation come on. This being where it does semi-happen. Midoriya's body tries to take on demon power. This demonic energy. Now, as it does that, Midoriya himself stays in control, taking deep breaths before trying to repress it and actually use angelic energy. Now, after a second, Midoriya's angelic-like wings, which are still messed up, and these other odd traits of his do disappear. Afterwards, Midoriya continues to walk down the hall, until a doorway does open. Now, as soon as the doorway does open, it is Bakugo, who is confused. He thought he just heard something. No, Bakugo, you're fine. But what are you doing here? Oh. Well, Bakugo just pointing behind him, saying that Sleeping Beauty over there is his duty, basically. Ever since he brought her in, he's basically in charge of watching her. And he has a gun. If she does wake up and freak out, or try anything funny, he can just put a slug between her eyes. And that's it. So, well, what about you? I'm fine, man. Just don't worry about me. Now, Bakugo says fine, turning around and someone beginning to monitor Ochako. Still asleep. Just like every day. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed. And have an amazing night. I'll catch you guys in the next part.